Hello and welcome to the Car Care Nut channel. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you some more dealership stories. This one is going to be a special edition of the dealership stories. It's going to be the loaner edition. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Consider subscribing to the channel. Check out some other videos. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So let's define the loaner edition of the dealership stories. Loaners are cars that you get as a loan when your car is in service. Some dealerships will charge you for them, some dealerships will give them for free. They accomplish many things. There is nothing worse than when your car breaks down and you're basically without transportation until the car gets fixed. So dealerships will make it convenient. They will give you the car. Like in the example of the dealership where I work, they'll give you the car for free if the work is over 3 hours and whatnot. You get this car, you get this brand new car, you'll demo it. Some people will actually decide, you know what, I'm done with my old car, I'm going to sell it, I really love this thing, and they'll buy a new car. Some people will just appreciate the convenience that you pick up the car and then you bring it back, drop it off, pick up your car, and life is great. But some people do all kinds of strange things with loaners, and this is where the first story comes up. So the first story, customer drops off their car, gets a loaner, we're working on the car, life is good, customer brings the car back, and as soon as the car rolls in the drive, it's like, what is going on here? Well, the hood is damaged, the front end is smashed, the windshield is smashed in. Okay, so they got in an accident. We typically tell customers, when you get in an accident, you gotta call us so we can understand, we can help you, we can get through this, because basically when you get an accident in a loaner, that's going through your insurance. But that's okay, you know, accidents happen, maybe it was after hours, whatnot. Customer gets out of the car and he's like, sir, what happened? And we get closer to the car, there's blood all over it. Did he run over a deer maybe or something? The customer says, yeah, I ran over somebody. Well, what? I ran over somebody, and here is actually the details of that. There is an event in Chicago that happens every year. It's called Lollapalooza. I don't really know much about it other than avoid the city in that time. So he's driving on a major street called Lakeshore Drive. It runs along the lake, so you have the lake on one side and downtown Chicago on the other. Well, that was during Lollapalooza. So apparently there was this bunch of kids that are drunk and crossing the street, and they just literally jumped in front of him, and he ran over the kid. He, of course, stopped, panicked. His whole life flashed in front of him because he thought the kid was, you know, seriously hurt, and now he's going to end up in jail. Gets off the car, the kid stands up, all bloody, and walks away. Hey, you gotta come back here. This is not even my car. Are you okay? The kid just walks off and runs away. That was a very interesting one, because how do we process this with insurance? And we actually ended up having to call the police, and the police just came and they're like, I don't know what you want us to do here. I mean, if there is no other party, we're done. But then the insurance company doesn't want to cover it because they're like, well, who did you run over? Which lawsuit are we going to get? That was a really interesting situation when you run over somebody with a car that's not yours, and then that somebody just stands up, walks away. That was interesting. But then here's something more interesting about loaners. At least in the case of the loaners from out my dealership where I work, you can't take the loaner out of state. That's just a limitation of the license plate, whatnot, whatever the case may be. That's one of the conditions of the loaner. You can't take it out of state. But, you know, some customers have taken it to Indiana a little bit. I'm from Illinois, Chicago area. Take it to Indiana, take it to Wisconsin. It's okay, you know, just across the border and back. But not with this customer. It was a Toyota Yaris of all cars, not a 4Runner, it was a Toyota Yaris. Customer came in for something small. I think it was a bunch of recalls, whatnot. Dropped off the car. We gave him the loaner. We told him it'll be done today. You know, at the end of the day, we'll have your car ready. You can bring back the loaner. Well, the car was done. Call the customer, no answer. Call the customer, phone is closed. Okay, well, I guess they're not responding. It is what it is. We'll call them tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is the same thing. It is also in the contract that if you don't bring back the car after 24 hours from when we called you to tell you your car is ready, we're going to start charging you rental fees because, you know, we only have so many cars. We need to accommodate other customers. Well, 2-3 weeks pass. Still no car. At this point, the owner of the dealership is concerned. Where's my loaner? We try the customer address. We try to contact them. We try to locate them. Nothing. Then, a few weeks later, we get a call from not the police, but the U.S. Border Protection, whatever agency. And they told us, yeah, we have your car. They told one Toyota Yaris here. And it's been confiscated by the federal government. Okay, but we realize this is not the suspect's car. This is your car, so we're going to send it back to you. Whoa, wait a second. What happened here? Why is my car all the way in Texas with the U.S. Border Patrol, basically? Apparently, this customer got the car, a loaner, that they were supposed to return the same day, drove it all the way to Mexico, tried to smuggle some stuff, and got caught, and they, of course, went to jail, and here is our car. Well, the car came back. It was completely and absolutely trashed. The undercarriage was destroyed. Looks like they went driving in the desert. I don't know what they did with it. The interior was trashed. There was scratches and dings and dents all over it. And it's like, okay, well, who do we go after? Actually, long story short, that's their car that was there. If I'm not mistaken, it was a Corolla. It stayed there for 3 months. Nobody claimed it. I don't know where they went. We tried everything under the sun. So by law, we actually ended up taking over ownership of that car, sold it, used that money to compensate the dealership for the damages on the car, and that was that. That was very interesting. Try not to cross the border or to other countries with the dealership loaner car. Not a good idea. And then there is the last one, which is recent, actually. This is now the two stories I told you. These were a little older, but this one is very recent in the pandemic. So same thing, customer drops off a certain Camry for some work, takes the loaner. This is going to be multiple days, so they're going to keep the car for a few days. Well, we call the customer, hey, your car is ready. Yeah, I'll be there. Customer shows up with no loaner, just him. And he's like, yeah, there has been a problem with the loaner. I want to discuss it. Okay, well, what's going on, sir? Did you get in an accident? Are you okay? What's going on? No, I got arrested for DUI. If you're not familiar with that term, driving under the influence, basically it was drunk driving and got caught by the police. And they impounded the car, and I don't have a driver's license anymore, but yeah, you're gonna have to get it from impound. Okay, well, go get the car from impound and bring it back to us so we can see if anything got damaged. Typically when cars get impounded, they might have damage to them. Oh yeah, but I need my car so I can go get it. No, that's not how this works. We're not going to give you your car back, and you have still our loaner in impound, and go get our loaner, then we give you your car. That's how this works. Oh, okay, well, they won't give me the car because I don't have a driver's license. Sir, that sounds like your problem, not ours. We just want our car back. Nonetheless, we tried to help him. We got the car back from impound. But here's the surprise when we got the car back from impound. Remember, he was driving drunk. And what do drunk people sometimes do? They, he decorated the interior. There was puke all over the car. Inside, the side of the car, the window. It basically looks like he was driving, opened the window, did what he had to do, and keep driving. And that's how the cops caught him, actually, driving like that. So, long story short, this customer service bill quadrupled very quickly because we're in the middle of a pandemic. And do you think our detailing department will just go in the car and detail all that stuff? Not gonna happen. We had to hire a company, come disinfect the whole car. And that car actually, even with the shortage of cars and all that, so loaners typically at the end of their life, they'll just turn into certified cars, get sold to the dealership. Not that one. Not that one. That one got disinfected, got clean, taken off service, off to the auction you go, even with a shortage. And I remember the look of the sales manager, how upset he was when he had to sacrifice one more precious car to go to the auction, because we will not sell a car that, knowing what we know about it, to one of our customers. Why do people do this? And the worst part is you come in without a car saying, give me my car back. That's your problem. That's your car. Really? I don't get it. I don't understand. Help me understand, please. Well, there you have it, folks. That's the loaner edition of the story. Now, most people, you know, they get the loaner, they take it, it's a convenience, it's great, they bring it back safely, but some of them take a little trip to Mexico, some of them decide to have a little party in the car, and some of them decide to run over other people and just not give us any info about it. What are you gonna do? That's how it is. That's the life working with customers and their different needs and all that stuff. I hope you like these stories. In the description of this video, I'll leave you links to the previous stories, and in the future, we'll continue this every once in a while. We'll drop on these videos so you guys can get a good laugh out of them and see how life is inside the dealership, dealing with different kinds of people from different walks of life. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to the channel. Check out some of my other videos. And until the next video, folks, may the Lord bless you and keep you, and you have yourself a wonderful day.